Dale, very good morning to you.
Yeah, Mike, how's things? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Don't know where you've been hiding, man.
Oh, yeah, I don't know either.
How's life, anyway?
It's all right, I won't complain. I'm
Okay.
busy.
I mean,
I'm busy. I'm doing what I like.
I've been seeing a lot of stories about you. One story that turns out not to be true. You don't want to offer subsidies to oil and gas companies in the North Sea. I see that you've corrected that. So, what do you want to do about? You quite like digging in the North Sea, though, don't you? You want some more oil and gas to come out of there.
No, that's not. That's not right. What I said last week was misreported by the Telegraph.
That's why I'm giving you a chance to correct it.
Thank you. But it was also misreported by The Guardian, which was a big surprise. The Guardian claimed I supported new oil and gas drilling in the North Sea.
Well, they get a lot wrong.
That was completely fake news. I was shocked, Mike. Honestly, I was. And the Telegraph reported that I wanted subsidies for the North Sea, and it's not quite right. What I recommended was we take the same scheme, a CFD, a contract for difference, that we use for green energy, and we apply it to the North Sea to protect the jobs we have there and the industry for the last 10 years or 15 years of production. It'd be good for the country. It'd be good for the workers. They're good for industry. And we could end this debate that sets up green energy as the enemy of North Sea oil and gas.
Yeah, well, the problem is that as long as we keep taking North Sea oil and gas from Norway and buying it, which they're using almost the same field that we've got access to and that we're closing down, that doesn't make any sense, does it?
I don't think it lacks any sense. I think not drilling for new oil and gas in the North Sea itself doesn't make sense. And we're in a transition. 50% of our electricity is from green energy now. And within 5 years, we'll be very close to 100%. So this transition is happening. We don't need to drill for new oil and gas ourselves. We can buy what we need, if we still need it, in 10 years' time on international markets.
But that's not any greener, though, is it? Because if we're just buying it from somebody else who's still digging it out of the ground, then the ground is still damaging the environment as far as we're concerned. So all you're really doing is virtue signalling and saying, well, it's not our drilling, it's not our money. We're just going to buy it from somebody else who's doing it. It's like, getting somebody else to murder the guy you want to kill instead of doing it yourself.
The bit that I said that you missed is that within 5 years we'll be at nearly 100% green on the grid.
Yeah, we won't.
And if we need oil and gas, we can buy it easily enough, but we won't need it.
Yeah, but all these AI companies that are coming into Britain to start these data mining, libraries and all of these big data manufacturing AI centres, they're going to need massive amounts of electricity and they're going to need massive amounts of water, and we don't have either.
Well, we definitely have a water problem, but we have no shortage of green energy in our country. We can just keep building it.
Well, we can, yeah, but if you've got no shortage of it, why do you have to keep building it? Either you've got a shortage of it or you haven't.
To keep pace with the new demand that you're talking about.
Yeah, but the new demand is going to wreck the national grid. That's what people say. There's a place in Texas, right, where they've got a big AI centre, and they've basically run out of water because they need so much water to power these things and to make them work that they haven't got any water anymore.
The US has a water problem anyway, particularly in the West. Parts of that could become uninhabitable in the next few decades.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I've been going to Dallas for a long time. I'm sure it'll be there for at least another 50 years while I'm alive. What about desalination plants? Why don't you open some of them?
Well, they're very energy intensive.
A bit like AI centres. Well, you just say you keep building the energy, don't you?
Well, we can, but you don't let me finish. That's the problem. I was going to say they're very energy intensive.
It's taking a long time.
It's not. Well, I just said 5 words. I mean, that's not me taking a long time, is it?
Well, you've got to get snappier. We nearly finished with the show.
That's right. There are better ways to get water. I'm just trying to say that.
Well, all I'm saying is, a man of your means and a man of your capabilities, surely you could come up with a network of desalination plants, which I've been purporting would be the answer for about a good 5 or 6 years. We're surrounded by salt water. People keep telling me the seawater's rising. So if we take some of it out and use it on the land, then scientifically that's actually a great idea, isn't it?
We can drink ourselves to safety. I like that as an idea, Mike.
Well, I mean, why not use water from the sea to spray plants and stuff?
All right. All I'm saying is I don't think we need to. It's energy intensive and expensive to get water that way. We've got better things that we can do to solve the water problem, which is to waste less water. We waste vast amounts by pouring it down the drain when we could reuse it, or leaking it out of pipes because the water companies aren't doing their job properly. And we don't actually have a water crisis per se. We had a drought this summer. And that's partly down to the lack of investment in infrastructure.
Well, not in Manchester, you didn't. I was up there at the weekend and it stopped raining.
We had a monsoon to end the drought, didn't we?
Yeah, well, what's going on with your electric airline?
I don't know what you mean.
Eh?
Tell me what you mean.
Well, I thought you were starting up at the first all-electric airline. That's what I'm told, EcoJet.
Yes, it's true.
Well, how's it going?
Well, it's going slower than we hoped.
Yeah.
But it's still going.
Well, when you say it's still going, have you actually got a plane in the air yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Well, when do you expect? When can you invite me on the first inaugural flight of the first electric airline?
Well, if you'll come, you'll get an invite.
Well, yeah. When though?
When? I got a feeling we're looking at 18 months, maybe 2 years.
Right. What about
So the engines? The engines are in testing with the Civil Aviation Authority. They're being flown around to make them safe. And I expect that'll take 12 to 18 months, and then we'll be ready to go. Get ourselves a couple of planes, swap the engines out, and away we go.
Okay. What about Gatwick's second runway? What do you make of that?
Well, I'm relaxed about it, actually. I think you could say, right, tongue in cheek, you could say it just means there'll be more runways for when the electric planes get here.
Yeah. And what's the advantage of electric planes again?
Cost. They're cheaper to run. Cleanness. They don't make pollution at all.
How far do they go though?
And they're silent. How about that? No noise. One of the biggest problems of the expansion of Gatwick is going to be the noise imposed on local people.
Yeah.
How far do they go? The range of the first plane would be 500 miles, and within a couple of years, it would be 1,000 miles. So it's quite feasible
So
to
I
fly
can't
to
go
Europe.
to New York on it then?
Not yet, but Europe, I mean, that's a big deal.
All right. Fair enough. I see you still wearing the old Palestinian thing. You were at the Palestinian embassy yesterday.
Yeah, I was.
That's been there for a while, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I don't know, actually. I would assume so.
Yeah, but no, there's been an ambassador there for ages. I don't know why it's suddenly taken them this long to say it's a recognised ambassador, because he's been ambassador
he can't be an
for years.
ambassador until we recognise the country, as I understand it. And it was a mission before, and today it's
But it's a country without a leader, though, isn't it? There's no leader there.
Yeah, I think the leader's in jail in Israel, isn't he?
Is he? Who's that?
The guy your last guest was talking about him. He's quite a moderate Palestinian, and the Israelis have jailed him because he could
What's he
unite
doing in prison then if he's
Palestinians.
moderate? I mean, anyway, listen, we're out of time. Good to see you, Dale. Come on a bit more often. Julie Hartley-Brewer's coming next. I'm Mike Graham. This has been Morning Glory. See you later.